So actually just wrapped up meal one, breakfast, which you saw me make. I just forgot to kind of go through it with you because I was hungry. Just finishing coffee at the moment. One of my favourite parts of the day is the second coffee. Double espresso before training or cardio, and then coffee with meal one on a rest day, meal two on a training day. I had my health supplements as well. At the moment, using the Train by JP stack, health stack. The what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. That's annoying. Love Heart and Vital Support, and then I'm using the Digest Pharma Pro as well, twice a day. One with meal one and one with meal six. They're going really well at the moment. See what my bloods look like when I get them done again. Be interesting to see, because I've taken out the supplement needs ones and I was using the Astrag Flow. If you watch my full days of eating before, Astrag Flow, liver stack, heart stack I think, and these two from JP cover all the bases and more. So be interested to see how my bloods come back when we get them done again. What else? As well with meal one, because it's YouTube, I can kind of go into a bit more detail of what I'm doing. So every day, Lantus with meal one at the moment. On a high day, which once or twice a week, I will take Nova Rapid post training, and then I go on the treadmill for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then have my post workout meal, and have Lantus after that. So two different types of insulin on high days, and then on my normal every single day is just Lantus. Been using that. Used that all of last off season, and been using back on Lantus since I came off stage. I think it was like a week or two post show. We started Lantus again, and that's been running since then. So for the last, what is it? November, December, January, 4 months. Yeah, it was about 4 months. So that's going fine. Just helping process the carbohydrates that are in at the moment. Calories at the moment, not too sure specific wise off the top of my head. I know my training day food is just under 5,000 on a normal day. Obviously on a high day that probably goes up to about 5.5, 6, and then maybe just above 6 actually on a high day, which is mad because I didn't put any weight on after yesterday's high day. It was literally the same, woke up the same body weight this morning as I did yesterday. So body is processing food well. Rest day food, I think, let me see if I can just check on here. Bear with me, because I have my sheets on here so we can see. Off season. Let's have a look. So, apologies. So training day 4930, rest day 4330. Protein on both days is 325. Carbohydrates on the training day 750. Rest day carbohydrates are 600. Fats both at 70 grams. And that's pretty much it for nutrition. I don't think there's anything else on here that I can find. So we just had meal one. We had meal one about 11 o'clock. So I do eat quite later on a rest day, literally just because of the high day, the day before. I like to kind of give my digestive system a bit of a rest in the morning. So I'm awake at about 5 in the morning. So, you know, it gives me about 6 hours fasted, where I can take my digestive stuff. So I take my glutamine, and my greens in the morning, and let that kind of get to work on a fasted stomach, and set myself up for the day, because this off season is going to be very long, and it's going to be a lot of food every day for a very long period of time. So we want to keep the digestive system as good as we can on a daily basis, which is why during the week, when I do have a chance to eat a bit later, I do. And when I do have a chance to stay fasted for longer, I do as well. So my meal timings, you know, the hours between meals from 11 onwards will be the same. So it's 2-3 hours between meals now. Actually, to be fair, I'll probably eat in the next half an hour, to be honest. But yeah, that's how today is going to go down. I'll take you through today's meals, total of 6 meals, with my rest day food. So my rest day food is 5 meals. And then because I'm training tomorrow, I literally take my pre-workout meal from tomorrow and slot it in before bed. So that's my 6th meal, if that makes sense. It took me a while to kind of get my head around how the taking from meals would work. The taking from meals from days would work, you know, taking the pre-workout meal from the next day and putting it on the night before. And then that's kind of the start of tomorrow, if that makes sense. But I kind of got my head around it from doing it for the last few years. But because I train fasted, I have to have my pre-workout meal before bed. And then wake up in the morning and train. I do have, at the moment, 50 gram of carbs in my intra-workout on a normal training day. On a high day, that goes up to 100 grams of carbs intra-workout, which goes down pretty well at the moment. I'm using the Applied Nutrition CarbX, which has worked. That's the only carbohydrate source intra-workout I've ever used, and probably ever will be. I've got no reason to try something else. Digests perfectly, I don't get any bloating from it. Easy to drink as well. It's not like it doesn't go thick, it's not too sweet. I think I pushed that up before to about 120, 150 grams of carbs into workout. Once you get to about 150, that's where it gets a bit strong, a bit thicker than water. But if you stay around the 50 to 100 mark, you're fairly all right. So yeah, we'll get on today. I'll stop waffling on, but that's kind of my intro, my kind of what today's looking like, a bit of background on nutrition and everything. So we'll leave it there, get on with today. We'll see you for next meal in a bit. So next meal going down, meal number 2 of this rest day. It's coming up to about 1 o'clock now. So about an hour and a half, 2 hours before my last meal, after my last meal. This is like my standard. You've probably seen this before if you watched any full days of eating in an off-season setting. It's the kind of yogurt meal that I have. 1 yogurt meal a day on rest days. Only on rest days, I don't know why. Something to kind of look forward to, a bit different than the typical rice meal. So I use actually the Outpro yogurt, vanilla one, which is actually really good. Done this meal for a few years now. Easy, you know, when food's very high on like when rest day food gets up to about like 5,000 calories. I kind of add like honey on top of this as well. But this is like a full tub of the Outpro yogurt. Supposed to be 100 grams of Rice Krispies. I only had 50 grams left. So I did an extra 50 grams of Cheerios, which you can probably see in there. 18 grams of peanut butter, 1 banana, cinnamon. Like I said, when calories get higher, I'll probably add honey on top of that as well, just to increase carbohydrates. And that's meal 2. So we'll get this meal down now. I've got prep to do, so I've got dinner tomorrow. Dinner for 14 tomorrow, so a bit of a big prep day today and tomorrow. For that, we'll crack on with this. Next meal will go down about 3 o'clock, so a nice 2 hour gap now. So meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, 3 o'clock, meal 4, 5 o'clock, meal 5, 7 o'clock, last meal is number 6, 9 o'clock. It's a good 2 hours. Dog is guarding. Good 2 hour difference, so we'll get this meal down. See you for the next one. Meal 3 going down. White Monster, always with this meal. For no apparent reason, just because I always have. Cod and rice, staple every single day meal. A day doesn't go by without a cod and rice meal. So about 420 to 450 grams cooked weight jasmine rice, which is 150 raw. 2 fillets of cod. We've got some mixed veggies in there, just like the frozen veg mix. And then I also do soy sauce, dark soy, and ketchup as well. The 50% less sugar, salt. I don't actually like the real ketchup, like the full sugar one. I think it's actually too sweet. It's like, I don't know, I just got used to having this, so I just continue to have this. Salt wise at the moment, I'm doing 5 grams of the low sodium salt, 8 grams of pink Himalayan. That's a standard every day. And then what else? I think that's it. It's about 3 o'clock now, so pretty much bang on time. 2 hours to my next meal. This goes down really easy. There's no fats in this meal at all. Literally just protein and carb. My fats come later on with my 2 chicken meals, but with my rice meals every single day, whether it's training day or rest day, they are pretty much exactly the same. Like I said, the cod and rice meal is in every day, and then it's either chicken or beef. I haven't opted for salmon yet. That's another off-season staple. But I looked back at my sheets when I did have salmon in, and it was when I was on like 120 grams of fat per day. I had salmon in the plan. Obviously, I could have salmon in, but it would take up half of my daily fats that I'm on at the moment, and I kind of like to spread out the fats throughout the day and have, you know, like whole eggs and things like that, as well as my like chicken and peanut butter, and I enjoy that kind of stuff. So I'm not really missing salmon too much, but once fats go up, which they probably will, at some point I'll add salmon back in, so we can have a salmon meal back on the rest day, which is what I used to do. I don't really like to change anything really in terms of nutrition. I like to hit a variety of different carbs, fats, proteins throughout the day, and I just stay consistent with that. It stresses me out trying to change, you know, different proteins every day, thinking of what to have. You know, I like to know exactly what I'm having throughout the whole week. It just reduces stress, really, to be honest. And I like the meals I cook anyway. You make them taste nice, you can have them every single day, and you don't get really bored of them. You know, people complain about having chicken and rice, and they're getting bored of chicken and rice. The only reason that is because they don't know how to cook it properly, or they overcook the chicken so it's like rubber, so it's like you bounce it off the walls. If you cook things properly, they taste nice, and you won't get bored of them. You know, use different spices, use different seasonings. You know, with my chicken meals, they do this like a chicken seasoning, which is nice, a barbecue seasoning, which is good. What else? You can buy those, what they called, El Paso seasoning, which is good on chicken. Any of those in the off season as well, especially, I do like to use that. I mean, even in prep, you know, I'll start prep with my seasoning of choice, because I'm such a creature of habit. Nothing changes to me like year round. Like, I still have my fruit every day. That goes into prep all the way up till show day. I still have fruit every day. I don't even, you know, it's not something that I track. It's just something that stays consistent every single day, and is, you know, doesn't really have to be tracked, because it's just a consistent variable that's in every single day. So things like that, fruits and veggies, I kind of like to keep them in. Obviously, off season, we tend to peel back on fruits and veggies just because of digestion. You know, because I like to have my oats as well, which contain quite a lot of fiber. So, you know, some days, most days, I have like 2 portions of oats, So in terms of like fruits and veg, I like to have some in. Try not to go too overboard on them. That's for prep really. When prep starts is when I'll increase veg, just to kind of help fill me up really, help things move through good. So we'll get this meal down, 2 more hours, and we'll be there with our meal 4. So next meal we have going down, simple chicken and rice meal. Chicken, rice, peanut butter, 12 grams peanut butter, same rice as the last one, 420 grams cooked, 250 grams chicken, just using the chicken seasoning on the chicken, some peas, like I said, 12 grams peanut butter, protein, carbs and fat hit. Very simple meal. Next meal pretty much exactly the same, just slightly different carbohydrate source today. But that wraps us up for this meal number 4. 2 meals left to go. It's about 20 to 6. So next meal we'll go down about 7, half 7, and then we'll wrap up our last meal by 9 o'clock. So yeah, see you for the next one. So I have actually just eaten meal number 5, and as soon as I took the last mouthful, I just remembered that I was filming a full day of eating today, so it's gone. But I do have a picture I took I put it on my story, so if you're not following on the Instagram, henry.taylor, feel free to do that. Daily updates on there, training, physique updates, different bits of information to do with my bodybuilding journey. But we've just had meal 5, 700 gram of potato raw weight, 250 gram chicken, 12 grams of peanut butter. So that's my kind of last chicken and rice meal, if you like. Just substitute the rice for potato today for this meal. No real reason, just fancied it. Fancied a bit of a change instead of 3 rice meals. And then our last meal we're going to get in about 40 minutes because it's a bit late now. It's actually 20 to 9, so a bit late, but is what it is. We'll get my last meal in 9:30, and then get to bed for 10. So I don't really mind eating close to bed as well. I know some people like to kind of wait about an hour and a half, 2 hours before they go to eat before they go to bed. I don't get any like digestive discomfort. As long as it's like half an hour, 40 minutes, I'm good. I normally get some steps in as well, or like have a little walk around the kitchen before bed, like 5-10 minutes, just to make sure everything's gone down. And then that'll be last meal, and that'll be my pre-workout meal for tomorrow's delts and arms session. So that's our last session of the week on Saturday before rest day Sunday. So, but I'll catch you up for my next meal in about 40 minutes. So, final feeding of the day, meal 6, 9:45, going in. 120 grams of oats, 23 grams of jam, 18 grams of peanut butter, and 21 grams of raisins, which I need to put on. Love having a bit of raisins in the oats. I've also just taken my night sups, which I have with my last meal. So the Digest Farmer Pro by JP, again, the Vital Support and metformin as well. And that'll wrap us up for today.